Hey everyone, really interesting developments in Germany. If you remember, a few weeks ago they had some big protests, and I covered it at the time. I repeated what was in the mainstream news, that thousands of people were out, and I showed clips of that. Just huge crowds of people out there. But as soon as I published it, people were telling me that the mainstream news was underreporting the numbers, and that there were really hundreds of thousands of people, if not more than 1 million people. And I believe it. From the footage, there was a tremendous amount of people out there protesting against masks, protesting against lockdown, against social distancing, against what is happening to the children. And they just want to go back to life as normal. So I'm not sure if it's because they were misrepresented in the press, but they are going back. They are going to have another huge protest tomorrow in Berlin. And I think they might even get bigger numbers than last time. I might be live streaming this one. I'm going to be watching this very closely. So let's dive in and cover some of the intel concerning this protest tomorrow, what we know and what might happen. Interestingly enough, RFK Jr. is at the Berlin protest, and according to some estimates, 2.5 to 5 million people could be out on the streets tomorrow, which we'll cover in a second, would make this one of the largest protests in human history. At least recorded history. At least modern history. So I don't know if that estimate is even in the ballpark. That would be a huge turnout. This is somebody in Germany who left me this comment under a video this morning. So I wanted to read this. I thought it was a great message. Sabine says, "Tomorrow we have a protest here in Berlin, and we all hope that we can set a fire, which goes around the world. A fire of freedom and peace. A fire of love for all souls in the world. A fire for a better future. Please tell it to all Christians to pray with us until we win. Greetings from a Christian from Germany." So I thought that was a really awesome message. I saw this article just come out. Germany is to impose a fine for all non-mask wearers in a new national crackdown. So it seems that this was put out just before the protest, I'm guessing so that they could catch people not wearing masks and crack down and break up the protests or even arrest people. That's what I'm worried about here. So a minimum, whatever minimum means in this case, $59 fine, 50 euros. Total craziness. It goes into effect right away. It was just unilaterally decided by Merkel. They're limiting gatherings. They say no large public events until 2021. No private parties of more than 25 people. So let's go to the next article. So initially it looked like they were going to ban the protests, at least officially. But it looks like a court overturned the ban, which is good news, although by all accounts it looks like the police will appeal the overturning of the ban in typical bureaucrat style, right?